sorry, but some weeks it just happens this way, where we pick. I always try to pick a match at the beginning that features um, players that have played on camera before, so we're at least familiar with the process. But then it's just one of those weeks where every time the next round comes up, it's always half of one. Every round, every matchup, one person has played on the stream and the other one hasn't. So that's why Alec has been on camera 3 times tonight.
Who's this person referring to? I'm just curious.
This guy is switching his card resale business from Magic cards to sports memorabilia. He knows that today. And everybody's like, why? He's like, because it's a good business move, and everyone can't process that.
You doing something here yet? Guess he does.
He's out. Yin and Nick drew in. None of these guys can safely draw in, but Yin and Nick have the best tiebreakers. You guys too. Much like I told Tony, I wasn't talking about you. The 4-0s obviously can draw in. It's always frustrating when there's that period of time where everyone tries to figure out if they can draw or not.
I need to go blow my nose and maybe do other things that aren't going to be conducive to the feed, so, or the stream, or whatever.
Good luck to you on that one.
Thank you. BRB.
So back to the game here. Alec has played, ramped into turn 3 Huntmaster of the Fells, while Mitch lands at turn 2 Farseek to fix his mana. So Mitch's deck, he's got some it's just a good stuff deck. He's got Sorens, he's got Thragtusks, he's got Obzidats, he's got Voice of Resurgence. And there is, in fact, a Voice. And another Farseek. But you're a little bit, Alec should probably just...
Alec doesn't have any white.
He has a Clifftop Retreat.
Did a Clifftop? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, you serve in here with the Wolf, then you don't play a spell and kill the Voice, right?
Yeah.
Because Voice is a 2-2, but it still makes the token afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll be a 1-1. Well, he's trading with it. That doesn't seem right.
I mean, the thing's going to die anyway.
Yeah.
And there's a down ring.
So, fight it.
Mm-hmm. So Nick, Mitch, loses his Voice, but I mean, it is a 2-for-1 basically.
Yeah.
Not 2-for-1 in terms of raw card advantage, but
I guess it was.
If he spends his whole time taking care of that 2-2 and you don't take any damage, and you've got 6 mana and you're the one trying to cast Obzidat, I think you're in a pretty good spot, right? Tristani, what? This is the second time we've seen Tristani tonight in 2 different games in 2 different decks. Pilgrim, yeah. Pilgrim revealed off a Domri +1, but Alec is still stuck on mana a little bit here. I think all the games we've seen Alec. I think the games we've seen Alec play. We're gonna see a Garrick come down. Alec playing Naya Planeswalker Control. That style. He's gonna cast a Johnny Vengeant here in a second.
Yeah, good stuff.
So Garrick Relentless makes a Wolf. Alec want to add another Absence Pilgrim to the board. I guess Tristani with that Voice of Resurgence is a pretty brutal...
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty mana intensive, but it's a pretty brutal engine.
If you get it going. Yeah, Casey Brandon. That'd be pretty good here.
Yeah, I don't think Mitch plays that, but so Huntmaster's going to flip. And then Garuk is going to
That's a good thing to populate.
yeah, but I don't think he's populating. He's just going to gain
Well,
the
I mean,
5.
when it, yeah.
Yeah. When you have that ability to start populating, the 5/5 advent token seems pretty good. I mean, Populated mechanic was good enough to win the Block Pro Tour, you know.
So he flipped Huntmaster,
Uh-huh.
dealt 2 to it, then fought it. Is that how that I missed
Yes.
that.
Fought it
You don't
with
have to do it.
No, you're fine.
And he's going to add a
I was keeping it warm.
Reckoner to the board.
Ooh, it is warm. Thank you.
I don't think he does have one, but if Mitch does have a Gaze of Granite, would that not just be the
Yeah,
greatest
that would be the best thing here.
the greatest highlight in the history of our stream? It kills everything.
Does it kill everything under X?
Yes.
X and under?
X.
Okay.
It's pernicious steed. Lingering Souls.
They want to know what your name is, Aaron.
Yo Garrett, I'm the bald-headed guy. My name's Aaron.
Oh, yeah?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, you want that 20 now? You sure? All right. I'll buy dinner or something.
Cold beer.
All right.
Way better.
We'll do it.
That's right.
All right. So, one portion of the cards I've loaned out into this field tonight have returned.
I swear, and I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's just Garrett, and I've seen it in the chat. If I hear a Reckoner, I barely knew her again, I might scream.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, here. You're drawing the time.
So Resto Angel revealed off of we're sacking Garrick Relentless here to tutor up a creature, most likely Aurelia, correct? No.
Alec?
Thundermaul is even better.
There it is.
So Thundermaul will come down, kill the Lingering Souls tokens, get in for 5 damage. But Mitch had a very reasonable life total here at 21.
The chat is trolling me.
They do that. Oh, Rootborn Defenses. So, he's going to populate that Advent token, I think.
It's a pretty useful combat move there. Or, not combat, but spell. I don't know.
Yes, so while you were gone,
Oh, yeah, what happened?
yes, so he tutored up Thundermaul Hellkite with Garrick, then cast it, then in response to the 1 damage trigger, Mitch cast Rootborn Defenses and populated his Worm token.
Okay.
Someone needs to explain the Reckoner trip.
Just on the field here. He's the one that makes the numbers there. Yep, so populating the 5/5 seems like a good kind of thing to be doing.
I don't get it.
The tortoise, that was...
Is he just poking fun at him for not getting it?
No, because I said earlier, if I hear the lame joke, Reckoner, I barely knew her, one more time I'm going to scream, and then everyone on the feed was like, Reckoner, I barely knew her, and then the tortoise is like, Aurelia the War Leader, I barely knew her.
Doesn't work as good. War Leader, I barely knew.
That was funny.
So Mitch has occupied a fair amount of the table space of the feature match area. However, I'm not sure his position is necessarily as advantageous as it would make out. He does have both halves of his Lingering Souls on board and 2 Advent of the Worm tokens. I guess I did have 1 Advent of the Worm token in my box. They found the one I had.
I can use one or 2 of those. I actually made some of my own with Magic Set Editor because I have World Spine Worm in one of my EDH decks.
Oh, yeah.
I just copied the image for World Spine Worm. What was that off the top? Fiend Hunter.
Fiend Hunter seems really good in this matchup since everything is just automatically murdered, right? So we're going to blink the... again? Another Rootborn Defenses.
Wow.
So make another 5/5.
Those Lingering Souls would still tap, though.
Yeah, they still tap. Yeah, he's getting there.
What is he? Why are they so?
The Thundermaul deals 1 damage and taps.
Yeah. So.
Thundermaul, it'll deal the damage and
Oh,
tap.
hey, Rootborn. That's right.
Okay.
And we're going to cast that Fiend Hunter and get rid of one of the worm tokens. And he casts 2 spells, so he's going to flip his Huntmaster, go up to 22, and make a wolf. This may be a record for number of non-land permanents on the board at one time in the stream history.
Ooh.
Yikes. This game is getting out of control. Being pretty aggressive here. Does he not just die
Is that
on
the best move?
Does he just die on the crackback? I think he's...
I mean, even blocking with the Reckoner.
He just dies, doesn't he?
Well, there's a War Leader. Oh, well, yeah, he definitely does.
I think it's somewhat ill-advised attack, but it doesn't really matter.
What's that?
Oh, there's a variety of those. That's not new.
I don't want to... Sometimes I don't want to comment on what the chat is doing because I just encourage them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Garrett has a good one. Alec Myers, I barely knew her.
See, but everyone was doing Paris Hilton, I barely knew her. Blah, 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 blah.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. It's pronounced Ranker, by the way.
I'm starting to
Ranker.
Yeah.
starting to lose my
Rhymes with anchor.
motivation. I got to 11 o'clock tonight before I started to kind of... I need to hit my second win now. Stupid camera.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm all out of I'm all out of ideas then.
Very tired.
You're 4-0, right? You drew in.
Islands wants to know what kind of turnouts you guys have. Normally 25-ish?
I'd say 25 is the low. Our average,
We've
think,
been around
is
like 28.
Our average is probably about
today.
30, I'd say.
Yeah.
But that's this time of year. This time of year, that's our average. Our new average ever since we moved to a new store and started streaming stuff like that. I mean, last fall, after the release of Return to Ravnica, we had over 40 for 5 weeks, topping off at exactly 50.
I mean, really, it's the best LGS in this area. And it's one of the better ones I've ever been to generally. And I came from the Baltimore, D.C. area, which has so many options.
Did you play
and this would rank pretty highly.
What's that place in Baltimore? Squabbles? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I've been there. It's all right. I know
where
they have a lot of
there's a lot of
IQs
ringers
and
there.
DTQs. And,
The guys that own it, I just trade with them at the big events.
I used to go to. There's a place called Games and Stuff in Baltimore.
Where they shop?
It's a classic.
But they move locations.
Did you say what did they sell?
They move locations, and the store they're in now used to be like a Fashion Bug, and it's the best store.
The Fashion Bug is a big space, man.
It's huge. Well, they have the player base to support it. They run Modern and Legacy events.
How many people do they have for a tournament?
Oh, FNM generally
Like 4,000 or 5,000?
40 to 50.
Yeah.
So they play in the back room of what would be normally a Fashion Bug, and the front area is just, and it's huge.
Games and stuff in the front area.
Well, that's where they sell everything, yeah. But the best part about this store, if anyone's ever in Glen Burnie, Maryland, is that behind the counter, they have binders from every set that's ever been released.
Mm-hmm.
And it's normally very well stocked. They have a binder full of cards that aren't in that great a condition, so that's where I got all my Demonic Tutors for...
Beat staples.
Yeah.
There's a good market for beat staples.
They've got all kinds of foil craziness. They've just got so much selection. Their customer service is really good. And, yeah, it's great stuff.
You know who else's customer service is really good?
Lost Legions?
That's for sure. Also,
Zach Sales Manager.
Me putting that.
InkedPlaymats.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I put their logo down there too. Infinite, loving the new Matt's responses in the chat tonight.
I think it's awesome.
I'm pretty pumped.
I love
So, someone in the chat who I will not say their name of, I'm not going to glorify or give them the satisfaction, says they have a crappy condition Beta Black Lotus, and it's still probably worth more than my life.
Scrolled up. Oh no, that's not. Never mind. Ignore me.
I think it's funny because there's like a whole slew of people that were playing in this tournament in round 2, but are now at home watching the stream. So I think Zach Villanco is also back now.
I mean, I'll sing the dog song again if I have permission from Zach.
Not right now. Maybe later. Stick around for the top 8 for a dog song.
Did you break 1,000 subscribers on YouTube?
Like a month ago.
Okay. Well, I guess I just got noticed.
Yeah, we're up to actually we're over 1,100 now, I think.
Well, yeah, it grows faster, I see.
Hey, Zach, what kind of software do you use for your overlay?
For this is just XSplit. The actual graphics and stuff, that's all I just make the graphics in like an image editor and then just piece them together. I always tell the story about how people are constantly asking me on Facebook, hey, I like what you're doing. I'd like to do it in my shop. Can you tell me how? And I think it's funny because what they're asking me to do is I like the thing that you're doing. Can you help me set up a direct something that shares for the? Not that I'm worried about the competition.
I don't think they see it that way.
I know they don't, but I just think it's funny. I've never once not told. I tell people everything they want to know. Because at the end of the day, I know what's going to happen. They're not going to do it, and if they do it, they're going to stop after 2 weeks because it's a ton of work.
It looks okay, and I'm looking at your screen from which your control panel.
Yeah.
It looks very complicated.
It's ground zero over here, guys.
And I don't. Oh, okay. It's magic time. Arbor Elf on the board. Listen to what I add to this commentary.
You should have seen me before as we see Boris Reckoner.
Turn
I used to have a different
record.
notepad thing open for every field until I realized how I could do it with just one file. And so it was just like so many of them. So Abrupt Decay takes care of the Reckoner. It's a perfect answer to that card. I love Abrupt Decay. That's a heck of a magic card, man. Shocking himself.
Not? Nope.
Advent, right?
Yep.
Another Reckoner, and I see Alec has a Thundermaw and an Aurelia in his hand. So this is this is how Alec drew it up in terms of draw power. 5 mana for
Reckoner
Mitch.
is such a good deterrent.
Obviously that's 5 mana, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can block here and trade your Reckoner with the Worm token, but I mean, Alec probably just going to want to race since he has Aurelia, right?
Right. He can, if he has a land, he can drop her this turn.
Yep, and get in there for 14.
Thundermaw.
He can get in for 14 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, play it like this because then you just win next turn with
Right. Well, I mean, either way you would have.
Yeah, but this way you get the...
You could still... Well, I don't know why you wouldn't just swing for the extra one with the Arbor Elf.
Could have another Advent, I guess. Well, I mean, you're swinging with the Reckoner, but that's 5 to the face if you block.
I mean, this game is over one way or the other in like one turn.
Right.
I really thought you were just going to stop that sentence.
Rootborn
and just say,
Defenses.
this game is over one way or another. Like all of them, as we covered earlier.
Every game ends.
Sorry about that.
I scuffed it.
Oh no. So Mitch finds a 6th land. He's going to cast Lingering Souls. That's a good answer to
That's a good reason
Aurelia.
to play Aurelia first. Maybe.
Yeah, Alec's just going to take it all the way down to 5. I don't think Mitch has anything other than Obsidat that's capable of... Why didn't he flash back the... Why didn't he flash back the souls? Does he have Rootborn Defenses?
Maybe.
Does he have another Abrupt?
That's a lot.
Rootborn.
So the token it makes is not going to be...
He's got to make it spirit, right?
Yeah.
So... he just dies, right?
Huh?
Well, oh no, they're indestructible.
Yeah. No, so he can... The one token is not indestructible.
Aren't they shaking that? Is that part of the new rules?
I don't think that one is indestructible.
Oh,
I don't
because
think it
it'll.
is.
You mean because it'll gain the key? It's a keyword then after this, after the rules
Yeah, I
change.
think after the changes, I think it'll be.
So yeah, it would be
Or
indestructible
does
now.
does it read?
Creatures you control are indestructible this turn, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
Or does it say populate first? Populate the creatures.
I don't know.
I think it populates.
Well,
after.
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it up to them to decide how to do this. But the chat says that they're all indestructible.
But after the rules change. Oh, populate first?
Okay.
Oh, then never
So that
mind.
answers that question.
So, meanwhile, Mitch is untapped. He's serving in with everything. We've got a Reckoner blocking, one worm token, Aurelia chumping a spirit, Thundermaw chumping the other tokens. So he's going to get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Oh, okay.
And it's 4. It's 4.
Well, the Reckoner, is he blocking the Reckoner? Is the Reckoner's not even swimming? Never
I think
mind.
Alec is still deciding what's going on. Unless I missed something here.
Have a lingering soul.
He can still
Another rootborn defenses.
flash back his lingering. I thought, unless he already did it and I wasn't looking.
And if he has, like,
It's interesting.
if he has also that he wins here. Obviously he doesn't, but... Oh, he didn't flash it back.
He has something, right?
I thought it was still
If he,
Alec's turn.
if he has, like, a Druid's Deliverance...
That card ruined my day.
Okay.
Advent.
Oh,
I still think he should flash back souls.
So down to 5 off of the Aurelia getting in. Aurelia gets in a second time, drops him down to 2. And what's Alec at on board at Domri? And that's enough. No, he gets there.
that's cool.
Some potential sketchy in betweens there, but that Reborn Defense is
I mean, he was obviously thinking about what was going on.
yeah. Well, just
He got
not.
himself out of that.
Yeah, but just I think he still had the mana to flash back.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was. There was a couple turns where I'm like, why did we not flash that back? But he got there. Reborn Defense is a pretty good card. I mean, I know it's very narrow, and I know it's very expensive, but the ability to, potentially counter a spell, or you can use it as removal in combat, and then make a...
5/5.
Yeah, now that they're making 5/5 tokens.
So do you just give yourself a screen name whenever you don't actually have an account to chat on this, because you can just change your name whenever you want?
No, you just have to. You have to change. You have multiple accounts. Yeah, they just spend a lot of time coming up with this. Oh, it's not like this is not like it's new. Like it just it's completely like it has like no effect. And surprise move from the chat, Zach Vilianco approves of Reborn Defenses, which is I don't think that's surprising to anyone. A populate card.
I kind of like Fate's Reward myself.
You did have a very good one of my favorite highlight of the weeks with the Supreme Verdict, end of turn, face reward, all my guys back, kill you with exact damage.
God, it just made me happy on my insides.
It's a good.
My sideboard carried me throughout that whole thing. Half my sideboard made it to
You
the
put
deck.
this in this one, the bottom.
Bottom one?
Sorry.
No problem. So these guys are both.
Where is right here?
Yeah, yes. So both of these guys are 3-1. The winner obviously makes it to the top 8. The loser probably will not, because I think the way it's going is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's going to be.
I really just wanted to say, who do we appreciate?
You're going to need 10 points. So you have to go. You had to have gone 3-0-1 or 3-1-1 or better. 3-1-1 or better.
We actually covered that earlier, actually. Do you guys have an online store? No, but it seems like eventually it wouldn't be a bad idea.
What?
If they had an online store. Lost Legions.
Lost Legion? No, I've asked. Running an online store at this point is very easy. It doesn't require any real framework. You don't have to know somebody who designs a website. You just get Crystal Commerce to do it, or you sell on TCG Player. People sell cards themselves. Like guys like comparable, like people who have comparable inventory to myself sell just like on TCG Player now. But it requires a lot of manpower because you have to monitor the sales and send the cards out. I don't think they're willing to do
The
that.
thing about sending them out, I want to sell. I know there's always going to be buyers for old commons and uncommons or whatever, but I don't know exactly how to mail them because I'm not going to buy a nice bubble mailer every time I want to send something out.
That's the problem because that's where you almost have to because then there's like liability. Because with when you send a bubble mailer, you can get delivery confirmation, and then unless you have proof of delivery, and blah 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 blah. And that ends Zach's resale market corner. So
Nice
I
triple
was
stomping ground there.
yeah 3 stomping grounds, but no early plays, and Mitch is going to linger the souls. In response, Alec, he's just untapping. In response, Alec untaps and plays a Huntmaster.
The way it should be.
The way it should be. Have you ever cast a Huntmaster?
Yes.
Like, how long ago? Over 6 months?
October. No.
It has a green in it.
I didn't play that. I played red green. Or white green.
Yeah. So we're going to see is that a Putrefy?
Putrefy.
Take out the Huntmaster. And you might as well serve in for 2, right? You're never blocking with those guys. I mean, you're playing...
I mean, for all he knows, he can drop a Thundermaw right here.
Yeah, he will. Oh, Garrick. Garrick, fight a dude. Get in with my wolf.
I believe it's pronounced woof.
Woof. Flips Garrick. So Mitch really, I don't know if his deck is capable of doing it, but if he could somehow pump his dude or otherwise get rid of that Garrick, he's really going to want to, because Alec's just going to sack his attack with his wolf, sack it, go get an Aurelia or a Thundermaw. Ooh,
Abrupt
Decay. That's one way to skin a cat. He's in a Farsi.
Awesome. Get a second Black Forest.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That was really good.
Surprised me by Mitch being better at playing his deck than we are. There's a Thragtusk. The Thragtusk is not nearly as like...
That's a sideboard card, right?
For Alec?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He kind of tinkers with this list every week, so I don't really know. I assume they remain. He's playing Restoration Angels. You would think he'd...
Well, there was 2 reasons. I'm like, A, I don't want to double trade, and B, I'll keep back a block.
Something exciting is happening now, apparently.
He's Tracy turned it up out there. So we're going to flashback the back half of Lingering Souls, at least
Leaving up
Advent mana. He's got his own Thragtusk in hand. That's interesting.
They're talking about in the chat about the possibility of reprinting Thragtusk, and I think, Zach, you've made a good point before, that since they put it in 3 event decks, I think it's a strong indicator that it'll be reprinted.
Yeah, I think it was Garrett that mentioned that before, but it's the fact still remains. Also, they've come out and said multiple times that they want cards, especially like the intro level cards,
to be similar throughout, so that don't
they want people to, they want cards like Thragtusk to be playable for 2 years, for the entire standard cycle. So that's why like for cards like the Titans, for example, reprinted, because they wanted them for multiple cycles, because they want people to feel like if they bought the cards that they can play them for that whole year.
I think the Titans, I think the situation with them is by the time they realized how broken they were, they was already set to be printed in M12. I don't think they did.
You see how many cards they've just jammed something, like Frontline Medic, like the part where it says Frontline Medic's ability, also tacked at the bottom, anti-bonfire card. Like, they can tack stuff in late in the game, but...
You know, there's one card that I really loved from M12 that didn't stick around, was Grand Abolisher.
Yeah, that's a good card.
And
Oh.
To my chagrin, it was not reprinted.
Resto Angel Blinking Thragtusk on a Game 5 Life. Gonna make a beast. I'll kick some mask. Rock Flag and Eagle. You ever watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes.
Rock Flag and Eagle.
It always just goes back to
Gonna climb a
Nightman.
Gonna climb a mountain. Gonna kick a little ass. Gonna drive a truck. Rock Flag and Eagle. So, Alec has a massive board. He has 35 life. And then poor Mitch, like, has done a lot this game, but it's just nothing to show for it. Like, I don't know if Mitch's deck is playing Gaze of Granite, but he might want to think of it in the sideboard.
Broadcast count. Are we at,
I don't know.
I really despise Thragtusk. I'm sorry.
We have 4 cast and 1 blinked so far. Hey, Scotty. Did you win?
I did.
So you're in the top 8.
Good job, Scotty.
Congratulations. 100% of Wright Brothers are in the top 8. We're not sure. We gotta wait for Jeffy's tiebreakers to see if he makes a cut.
Oh, man.
How funny would it be if maybe your dad figures it out and then we talk about him on
He actually called me on the way up here, and he's like, y'all going to Huntington or Charleston tonight? Well, we're going to Charleston. What's up? He's like, well, there's a wreck. So I was just going to tell you to take another way if you're going to Huntington. I'm like, thanks.
So are you down for Wednesday? I keep forgetting.
Yeah, what does Wednesday?
Goob, possibly.
Probably. I don't see why.
So Alec is, to use a Brett Rose phrase, Alec's gonna swing house here. So Thragtusk on Thragtusk. We're gonna chump with an Angel here. Yeah. So take 2 and trade everybody. This game's grindy. This whole match is grindy. Surprise move. Well, they're playing Thragtusk v Thragtusk.
Duncan Naya.
What is that beast token? What's that one for? That one that Alec has at the top right, the top left? What makes this beast token?
I don't even know what
It looks like a rabid porcupine.
Is it a wolf?
Oh, that's probably from New Phyrexia.
Yeah, that
Beast
one.
Within.
Is it a wolf?
It's not Beast Within.
Is it the promo wolf?
No, he's talking about this beast.
The chat should know. The chat always knows. Abrupt Decay on Domri. Get some. Is that his 3rd Abrupt this game?
2nd. Voice.
Voice. If he has 1 card left in hand and it's Rootborn Defenses, how great would that be?
I think he would have used it last time. I hope.
Yeah, he would. He could have just drawn it, though. Although I imagine he just drew the Abrupt Decay. So he adds the voice and then passes back. So Alec's got a Temple Garden in his hand. That's the one he just played. 2 other cards which are seemingly blanks. And he serves in with three beasts. A Restoration Angel and a Wolf token.
Goosty asks if it's a Zendikar beast.
I don't know. Maybe. What is that?
Someone could just go.
Druid's Deliverance?
What?
Is that Fog Populate?
I do not know. Let me wait until it pops up on here.
Yeah,
yep.
it is.
Wait, what just happened? How did that thing die? He just put his voice in front of that thing and it died.
Should we ask him?
Do you think he...
I'm gonna ask him.
Or should I wait?
I don't know. No, it's only 2. Hey, Aaron. It's fine. It's only damage to you, not to creatures.
Oh, really?
It's not an actual fog. It's damage
bummer.
to you.
Cool.
Oh, Selesnya Charm is going to get rid of the token, but he's going to take 9 here. Ooh, 10 minutes.
Is your clock on?
Nailed it.
30 seconds off.
Adam Vickers would be so proud of me. I was thinking, like, oh no, does that change the math so that he dies on the crackback? Then I realized they're both over 25 life. I like Mitch's deck. It's a lot of fun, it seems like. A lot of decisions.
Evening Tide.
Evening Tide.
Even tide.
Tide.
Well, I just read it.
I did too. Like I was just like Evening Tide.
That's what he said.
They could have called it Evening Tide. It wouldn't have been that weird sounding. They did have Morning Tide after all.
Oh, thank God, another thrag test. 6. I should have had the thrag test count up.
I'd really like Alec to play Primal Surge. That would make me happy.
We all know that there's only one man in this shop that plays Primal Surge, and that's Zach DeLeonco. I think he was playing tokens tonight, though. I don't think he was playing that.
I think Thrag Tusk is going to be the reason I might duck out of Standard for a little while. I'm so sick of it.
So serving in with 2 Beast tokens, a Restoration Angel. 1 Beast token is going to get chopped by a Thrag Tusk. I'm going to yawn because it's late 30. It's going to be midnight before we get to the top 8. So Mitch Hellbent draws the top of his deck.
Come on, Intangible Virtue.
Oh man, is he playing Virtue?
I doubt it.
I don't think he is.
I think we would have seen him. Yeah, exactly.
Man, how good would that be right here?
I was just looking at the chat, and someone had brought it up.
It'd be so good. You attack for.
Mitch is permanently in the red zone.
He is.
He's taking over, man.
It's intimidation.
You watch some
The
like
red
this
zone belongs to me.
You watch some like Grand Prix coverage sometimes, and like the feature matches. Like there'll be people who have their like permanents like over the other side of the line. They just take up the whole table.
Did he play a land? Is that his, wait, what did he do?
He abrupt decayed one of the token we didn't like, and then Alec just has to pass back
The
because
Evening
he's.
Tide token.
Oh, Alec has a Tristani as well. Does the Tristani ability not require a tap?
It does require a tap. So. Does anyone have like a Call of the Conclave?
Swing.
No. I'm just talking about in this game because he could.
No, he's not play call.
At least he can buy a little time with 3 life out of it from Tristani.
No, so Mitch deciding not to attack. I mean, Alec can just grind him out with that, or grind him out rather with that Angel.
It has been a while since we've seen a Thrag Tusk. Someone should play one soon.
Like I think this is just a frustration attack where Mitch doesn't like this isn't going to work, but I think he's just.
Where did that? What? Oh, did
He gained life from the
I thought Trustani just came out.
No, that was last.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So he's going to trade. He's going to chump and trade with the Beast. Take 9, go down to 5, and then Mitch dies on the crackback. Mitch didn't have to pile in there. He could have seen what was on the top of his deck, which was Obsidat. Jeez. I think that changes a lot if he doesn't, because he clearly just got frustrated there and just like piled in. But if you just hold back, you're only taking 3 a turn from the flyer, and you can just kind of use Obsidat to kind of stem the.
There probably would have been like 6 more Thrag Tusks played in there though.
Yeah, Tristani just populates every turn and gains them 3 life.
Oh yeah.
This is non sequitur, but Spike Mo in the chat asking any tips for team sealed Grand Prix next weekend. Yep. Find the best 2 Magic players you know and hope that you can ride them to victory. That's what I would do. That's the Zach Evans way.